and we went over this with Tom Homan a little earlier. Of course, they point out that assaults against ICE officers have gone up over 1,300% this past year, from about 275 compared to 19 the year before. So there are some legitimate concerns about those agents being targeted. But your broader point about whether or not law enforcement should behave the same as other law enforcement is heard.
Yes, and we're going to continue, of course, to encourage the American people to exercise their constitutional rights, their freedom of assembly, and their freedom of speech, and their freedom of expression peacefully, as we saw overwhelmingly done in Minneapolis.
All right.
What is the alternative? What is it? Because nobody wants to say it out loud. The alternative is no deportations. That's what you're telling me? The alternative is you just let everybody stay. You turn the border into a suggestion instead of a law. It's like if your job said, we're going to stop enforcing attendance because it hurts people's feelings. What happens next? Nobody shows up on time? That's common sense. So laws that aren't enforced stop being laws. And here's why I keep saying, if Democrats take back full power, meaning the White House and Congress, the border is going wide open again. God forbid. I please pray. I hope they don't take back control. But we having a conversation. So I'm not guessing. I'm looking at incentives here. That's why I'm saying that. Politics run on incentives. First reason, population and power. Because every 10 years, we have something called the census. That's just a big national head count. They count how many people live in each state. The more people your state has, the more seats you get in the House of Representatives. More seats mean more power in Congress. If your state loses population, you lose seats, which means you lose power. So right now, a lot of Democrat-run states are losing people, and people are moving to other states. So if you're losing residents, how do you stop losing political power? You increase the number of residents. And if millions of migrants come in and settle in those states before the 2030 census, and they are illegal, because the census doesn't count if you're illegal citizens or illegal. They just count if you're a body in the United States of America in that state. So since the Democrat wants to rig the system, and that's why they keep fighting for open borders, to have more power, to have more seats in Congress in their Democrat blue ran states, before the 2030 census they're trying to get to, that boosts the population numbers. So more people counted equal more seats. More seats equal more control. And this isn't complicated.